Hi there, Visionary family, and welcome back to another one of Lady Visionary. Hope you guys are doing fantastic as always. If you're new to my channel, please do go ahead and smash that red subscribe button and become part of this growing family. Do follow me on Instagram, lady_visionary. I also have a business Instagram, which is Twin Lakes Recreational Island. You can also visit my website, which is www.twinlakesisland.com, and check out some of the stuff that I'm doing here in Rwanda. For those of you guys who don't know who I am, as I said before, I'm Lady Visionary. I relocated from the UK and I am now living and doing business here in Rwanda. So, yes, someone is asking, is this live? Yes, it is live. I am currently rural. I noticed with this particular connection on MTN, my video lives are not very good. So, I think you guys can hear me clearly when I do these videos without putting on my my cam, basically. So as long as you guys can hear my voice, you can hear the information. I think it's good. I know a lot of you guys like to see me. I will be back on screen as soon as I sort out my modem and other things. So do bear with me. Lady Visionary will be back. Okay. So I am currently rural right now. A lot of you guys know that I'm working on a glamping site here at Lake Burera, which is very remote. I rely on solar power. Like right now, I'm charging my phone and it's on solar power. Um, so yeah, it's pretty interesting because I'm on site. I'm just working on my project. I'm managing. So I find that being here really helps to kind of move things forward. So yes. So this is a very interesting topic. I will also send out the link for you guys to come in and join me if you want to add something to the topic. Do make sure you smash the like button. Very important that you smash the like button to show your support of my channel. You can also subscribe if you're new, and you can share out one of my videos. That's one of your favorites as well. And another way you can support is by super chatting whenever I'm live. And I just want you guys to know that I do offer consultations for anybody who's interested in doing business or relocating to Rwanda. You can email me. All the details will be down below in the description box after this live. And a lot of you guys know that I've been fundraising endlessly for the Masazera Water Project, bringing clean, drinkable water to the people of Behembe village, located in the northern province of Rwanda. So far, we have raised, which I also announced on the community tab, we have raised $1,700. So I'm super, super excited. The goal is $4,000. So if you can support, please do. The link will be pinned so you guys can support via PayPal. I will also do a shout out for anybody who supports with a super chat or a PayPal donation towards the Masazera Water Project. So I'm waiting for you guys to come in. Please let me know where you're listening in from. I will send out a link as well if anybody wants to add some value to this topic. So please do bear with me. I will send out the link. Be prepared. So I'm waiting for more people to come in and join the conversation. So in the meantime, make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. You can also share this live because it's going to be, I think, a very interesting one. And I'd love to hear from you guys as well. So let me see if I can. Okay. Okay. I will soon make the. Okay. Right. So, as I said, let me know where you're listening in from as I'm waiting for other people to join the conversation. Um, we have MU in the building. Whoop whoop, muraho neza. Great to hear from you. I'm keen to hear your take on the latest development, UK Rwanda. Oh my goodness. I'm not here to talk about UK Rwanda right now. I think I would leave that for another live because I'm also interested. Funny enough, my dad sent me the cover of the Sun newspaper and saying that migrants will be coming to Rwanda because there's some sort of partnership. But I'm gonna leave that for another live, guys. But right now, we just want to talk about um, the fact that President Paul Kagame is in Jamaica right now. I think he arrived yesterday. Um, he is the first Rwandan president to actually visit Rwanda. To visit Jamaica. He is the first Rwandan president to visit Jamaica. And this is something that kind of came as a shock to me or a surprise to me. I don't say a shock because, Paul Kagame, but I was quite surprised because I was not expecting it. It was a very nice surprise. Um, that should have probably happened a long time ago, but better late than never. So that's really amazing. And for those of you guys who don't know, I was actually born in Jamaica. A lot of people think I'm Rwandese and so on and so forth because, yeah, I don't know. But I am married to a Rwandan. So my husband is Rwandese, but I was born in Jamaica and I left Jamaica when I was very young to the UK. And I spent most of my life, to be honest, in the UK. And very earlier on, I knew that the UK would be a temporary home and that Africa would become my new home, right? So now I'm living in Rwanda. I love Rwanda. I'm doing business here in Rwanda. I've invested in hospitality. I'm working on developing my glamping site, which is a luxury camping site out at Lake Burera in the northern province of Rwanda. Again, you guys can check out my website, www.twinlakesisland.com, to see what I'm doing here. My business also has a community arm, which means that whilst I'm doing business and yes, making a profit, I also want to impact the community around around where I'm basically doing business. So that's why I've also launched the Masazera Water Project, impacting the village here where I'm working, Wahembe village specifically. So I do want to start off with that village, and then hopefully I can expand as things grow. But yeah, as I said, I spent a lot of my childhood days in Jamaica, but yeah, left very earlier on. Jamaica is a beautiful, beautiful country. Beautiful, beautiful country. Let me know if you have visited Jamaica or planning to visit Jamaica, because I'm wondering what President Paul Kagame's impression is of Jamaica. I think he would love the food because Jamaicans are very, very good cook. Our food is absolutely fantastic. Like the flavor is just mouth watering. Just yeah, everything about Jamaica is just great. And obviously our beaches, guys, have you seen the beaches in Jamaica? Have you seen our beaches? Because my God, my God. Anyway, Emmy, listening from the UK. Oh, London specifically. Yes. So when I left Jamaica as a child, the first city I lived in was London. And actually, I lived in London, and then before I before I moved to Rwanda, I was living in Birmingham just for like a year, and then I moved to Rwanda. So I spent most of my time like London. So I'm a London girl. um, Dom G's in the building saying hello, sis. Hello to you as well. Thank you so much for joining the live. I just wanted to come on here. And also I wanted to hear from you guys. What do you guys think of, the fact that, Paul Kagame has visited Jamaica? They're talking about, cooperating as as, the different countries and building their relationship. And, what do you guys think? Because I think there's a lot that Jamaica can learn from Rwanda. What do you guys think? I'm going to send out the link in the chat. So if anybody wants to come in and add some value to the conversation, I want you to know, I want your opinion on, you know, the fact that, what do you think about the fact that President Paul Kagame, which is the president of Rwanda, what do you think about him visiting Rwanda? Do you think this is a positive move? Because me personally, I'm really excited because I'm like, wow, that means because I feel like the Jamaican president, there's a lot of work that needs to be done. And I feel like Rwanda is a great model to, a lot of African countries as well as Caribbean countries. So I'm very, very excited about this partnership, about this cooperation. I think it will be very, very positive for Jamaica because um, although Jamaica is a beautiful, beautiful country, very serenic, very beautiful, very green. Our beaches are to die for. I'm telling you guys, our beaches are to die for. I used to go to the beach with my dad like almost every Sunday, and I love the beach growing up in Jamaica. That's where I just ran wild and ate festival, fried fish. And as I mentioned earlier, guys, Jamaicans are amazing cooks, by the way. Jamaican food is like the best in the world, by the way. I know you guys are going to be attacking me now because I said this, but literally, like, I mean, everybody says that about their food, but I really feel like our foods has a lot of flavor, a lot of aroma, like Jamaican food. Like that's one thing I miss, I must say, guys. I do cook Jamaican food sometimes in Rwanda, but that's one thing I miss. I really miss my Jamaican flavored seasoned foods because here in Rwanda, I feel like although the foods are okay, like it's missing that, that oomph, that flavor, that Rwandans, don't come for me. Please don't come for me because when you taste my Jamaican, you know, cuisine, you will not look back. You will not look back. I promise you. But one thing that's really great about what I'm doing with the the hotel project that I'm building here in Rwanda, I am adding a Caribbean flair to it. So our menu will be obviously African Rwandan, but we're adding a Caribbean flavor to it. So there will be some um, dishes that are strictly Caribbean, specifically Jamaican. Our jerk chicken, our steamed fish, our rice and peas. Let me not go into it, guys, because I'm going to be salivating all over this live. But I have sent the link. Did I send the link? Yeah. So if anybody's interested to come and add something to this conversation, I have sent out the link. So please, 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 please do click on the link and come in and talk to me. I promise, guys, I don't bite. I really don't bite. Come in and talk to me. Let me know what you think about the fact that, President Paul Kagame, the president of Rwanda, is in Jamaica. Like, what? So going back, guys, as I said, Jamaica is an absolutely stunning country. You guys know that last year I was in Jamaica. My mom passed away in the UK, and I had to take her to Jamaica to be buried because that I know that would like we know as her children that she would want that as her resting place. So I was in Jamaica last year, June. Um, so yeah, like and prior to that I hadn't been to Jamaica for quite a while. um Actually, yeah, the last time before that I was in Jamaica was 2017 because I got married in Rwanda, and then I went on honeymoon with my husband to Jamaica, right? So I was like, look, I'm getting married in Rwanda, so we need to do our honeymoon in Jamaica. You need to learn where I'm coming from. And so he agreed, and yeah, we flew out to Jamaica, and we had an amazing honeymoon. He loved he loved Rwanda. My husband absolutely fell in love with Rwanda, and he was just like, oh my God, like Jamaica, like because there's a lot that's said about Jamaica, like a lot of negativity. And I will touch upon that. I will touch upon some of the issues. So we've got Rick in the building. Hi, Rick. Let's add you to the stream. Hello, Rick, and welcome, welcome, welcome.
Oh, hey, Lady Visionary, how are you?
I'm doing good. Hi, how are you? And where are you calling in from?
I'm calling in from Manchester.
Oh, wow. Okay. Not too far from Birmingham, where I was living before I relocated to Rwanda.
Yeah, not too far. I couldn't believe you grew up in, I guess, London and then Birmingham. I'm actually from London, but I'm working in Manchester. So similar
Okay.
kind of route to you, I suppose.
Okay, so I lived in London, specifically like around Deptford, Lewisham, Greenwich area.
Oh, cool. I grew up in Greenwich.
Oh, really? Yeah. So like I lived like well before I moved to Birmingham, I was in Deptford, close to Greenwich. So yeah. So let me know, what do you think about? Are you Jamaican?
No, I'm actually half Rwandan. So
Really?
yeah, how
Half
weird.
Rwandan, half?
Half Rwandan, half Nigerian.
Oh
It's
wow,
an
really?
interesting
Oh my goodness.
interesting
I've never met
combination.
a half Rwandan, half Nigerian before.
Yeah, there aren't many. It's a rarity.
Oh, really? Like, like my sons, like half Jamaican, half Rwandan. And it's funny because when I was coming to Rwanda to get married, I wanted to know whether there were any kind of Rwandans and Jamaican mix. And I found like one or two people that, so yeah, we're a rarity. My sons are a rarity as well. But yeah, what do you think about Paul Kagame visiting Jamaica?
Um, I think it's a brilliant thing. I think the way I look at it, I think obviously, Lady Visionary, you grew up in the UK, you grew up in London, and I think there has been, unfortunately, a bit of a divide between the African Black community and the Caribbean Black community in some sense. I think growing up in London,
Yes,
um, and I think it's so powerful to finally see, leaders of Black countries trying to bridge that gap that has traditionally existed, and actually saying, "Do you know what, we're one people, we're brothers, we're sisters, and we need to kind of find a way of interacting with our economies, tourism, and people just getting to know each other." I think there are loads of stereotypes that exist, both from Africans looking at the Caribbean looking at Africa. And I think these stereotypes need to be broken,
most
not
definitely.
and I think this is going to help in that, breaking down barriers and, increasing trade, hopefully increasing tourism. Because I think I find it very bizarre sometimes that I think as Black people, whether you're in the Caribbean or in Africa, we tend to look at the countries that colonized us as a primary source of investment or travel. So, for example, Rwandan people tend to look at Belgium as their place to go to when I leave Africa. And I think for
Mm-hmm.
the Caribbean community, Jamaica specifically, it's we're going to go to London. So there's this weird fascination with the country that colonized us, right? And there isn't enough, gosh, why aren't there any airlines flying from Africa straight to Jamaica or to the Caribbean? Why is it all via London? And when you get to London, you kind of then spend all your money, all your time in London. So hopefully, I hope that what Kagame is doing is opening up an Africa Caribbean kind
Being
of
relationship.
interaction. Yeah, totally, which I think is
Um,
much, much needed. So I am. I was also surprised because I didn't even know it was in the talks of happening at all.
wow.
So hit me by surprise. But I think it's a fantastic opportunity for the Jamaican community, the Rwandan community. But I think with Rwanda also then becomes an African opportunity, right? I think there's the East African community that Rwanda is part of. So you've got this
Yes,
whole,
exactly. Yep.
so I think it's not just, hopefully, Paul Kagame is kind of obviously advertising Rwanda, but also advertising East Africa, but then also the whole of Africa, to Jamaica. And I hope that Jamaicans will then see Africa as a destination for tourism, um, economic travel, but also just history, I suppose, as well. A lot of Caribbean communities of black skin, I suppose we
Yes,
all came from Africa, right? So there's that as
exactly.
well.
Yeah, because I feel like like several years ago, I think things are changing now, but like,
Hmm.
Jamaicans, if you said, oh, you're an African, like, or even Caribbeans, if you said you're an African, they'll find that quite insulting. And
Hmm.
then like
Hmm.
I know now things are changing a lot where, the Caribbeans are more accepting at the fact that yes, we are African, so learning more about history. And also, as you say, like this relationship now between Jamaica and Rwanda, hopefully that's going to open up a lot of doors, and a lot more like Caribbeans, Jamaicans will feel like, right, we can, where is Rwanda? Because when I
Hmm.
was in
Hmm.
Jamaica and talking about Rwanda, like my Caribbean family out there were like, where is Rwanda? So hopefully this will start to put Rwanda on the map for Jamaica. And as you say, it will be a destination where Jamaicans will want to come to travel to, and also just explore more of the continent, because this is going to open up,
Hmm.
this is going to open up a phenomenal space for conversation, for trade, for so much tourism, and for building relationship
Hmm.
between, continentals, Africans, and also Caribbean people. So I really think it's amazing. As I said, I was shocked, like shocked, surprised, but in a good way. I was like, wow, like,
Yeah.
you know. So yeah, it's really, really fantastic what's happening. I think he's there for like 3 days, but I
Uh-huh.
also feel like, as I was saying, like Rwanda is like a role model to, you know, other African countries as well as Jamaica. Jamaica has its own challenges, around crime, and in Rwanda the level of crime is very low here. The level of corruption is
Mm.
very low here. Um, um, Rwanda is building more institutions for education,
Mm.
and so forth, trying to impact the younger generation. And I feel that's something that Jamaica is really lacking, because a lot of the young people in Jamaica, unfortunately get caught up in violence and crime.
Mm.
So
Mhm.
I'm really hoping that this will be a positive move forward for Jamaica.
Oh, I agree with you, Lady Visionary, and I think, I think there's a lot that Rwanda can learn from Jamaica too. As you say, things like tourism. I feel like Jamaica's been doing tourism for like decades, right? And I think Rwanda is building itself, and it has got a decent tourism industry which is growing. But I think there's a lot that I think that the two countries can learn from each other, because I'm sure there are things that Jamaica does really well that Rwanda doesn't. And I think, and it's just about getting on a table, black people, not just black people, anybody, people sitting
Hmm.
down and sharing ideas, learning from each other, and actually just building bridges. Because as you say, I just feel like when I grew up in London, um, I went to a school actually in New Cross,
Oh,
which you probably know
really?
quite well. Yes, I went to a school called Adian Stanhope.
Oh,
Um,
right. Really? Yes, yes, yes. I know Adine Stanhope.
yeah. I went to that school. Horrible brown uniform. Gosh, do you remember
Yeah.
the
My
blazer?
sister went to that school, so I
Oh my,
know.
oh my gosh, yeah, horrible uniform. But no, I just feel like when I was growing up in London, as you said, sometimes when you called a Jamaican or anyone from the Caribbean, it wasn't just Jamaicans. If you called
Mm,
anyone, whether they're from St. Lucia, Barbados, Trinidad and Tobago, if you accidentally called them African, gosh, they'd be really annoyed and they wouldn't be happy about it. But I think, this is hopefully going to create a space for us to understand our shared history,
exactly.
and a history that we now need to share as a common people. Even though we're in different parts of the world, we share a particular skin type. And that skin
Exactly.
type brings us down to a common history. And I think we just need to start celebrating what we have today and find a positive way of sharing it. So I really, really hope, and I'm sure, actually, I'm sure, as you said, I think it's going to be a positive thing overall, regardless of what the outcomes will be. I think it's the start of conversation. And I think as well, I think someone mentioned it in the chat, um, that certain Caribbean countries are moving away from being under the monarchy of Britain, right? They're
Yes,
all
exactly.
starting to become independent nations. And I think inevitably these countries will have to start building relations with other nations that aren't Britain.
Exactly. Yes, of course.
So this is I think this is so important for the Caribbean, actually, because it's going to hopefully create new investment routes for them, and it will draw tourism. There are many African, middle class African people who have money to spare, who will go on holiday, who want to go to the Caribbean. So this is vital, and I hope what's the name of the Prime Minister of Jamaica? Is it Andrew
Oh God,
something?
something Allen. Is
Yeah,
it?
so I have no idea, but I hope
Listen,
the
I'm not.
Jamaica.
Oh God.
I have no
Yeah,
idea, but I
something
hope
Allen.
the
Andrew Allen. Is it Andrew Allen? Oh
I think
God.
it's I think it's I know it's Andrew, but I'm not sure his surname. But I hope.
Yes,
that
I think
he
it's Andrew Allen. Somebody in the chat tell us who the president's name is. Oh my God. I should know this as a Jamaican, but listen, I'm not completely happy with that president right now, to be honest. If I'm, yeah,
oh, for
because a
real.
lot of the stuff that like saw when I was out there, I was just like, no, 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 like
Ah.
because you said that. I mean, there's a lot of positives in what's happening, but also I felt like Jamaica should have made like the tremendous like it should be like Rwanda is a smaller country, um you
Mm-hmm.
know in terms of like how it's Rwanda has made progress over the last couple of years, and Jamaica being in the position that is, I felt like it should be doing more, especially for the young people. And I was kind of disappointed about like the the level of crime and with like
Mm.
the young people. But as I
Mm-hmm.
said, and I did do a video out there when I was in Jamaica, I just wanted to see the president you know, just do more for the country. The prime minister just do more for Jamaica because it's such a beautiful
Mm.
country, and it could do so much better. But there's a few things that's just letting the country down. So I'm hoping that, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, yeah, someone said that's it, Andrew Holness. Yeah, that's it, Andrew Holness. Oh my God, I'm gonna be attacked for this. Guys, I do not follow Jamaican politics, or I was just so excited about like I'm more into Africa and African presidents and so on and so forth. Yeah. Like,
But
yeah.
can I just say, Ladies Vision, I really wanted to kind of like big you up because I just feel like, it's not very often you hear that somebody from the Caribbean moves to Africa and embraces, the African culture and tries to learn the African culture and respects Africans for who they are. Because I think I grew up, sometimes people taking the mick out of the way that my parents spoke. Because obviously I've got a slightly more westernized British accent. My
Mm.
parents, who are first generation Africans who came here much older, didn't really obviously study primary school, secondary school in the UK. They don't have the accent that I have. So I grew up
Oh,
seeing
your mic is now echoing. Your mic is
oh
now echoing. I'm not sure why.
oh no. Can you hear me better now?
It's
Hopefully.
really echoing. Let's see if we can remove you from the stream and then hopefully add you back. Um, yeah, it was just really echoing and we sort of lost you and I didn't want to continue. And then, we can't hear your conversation. But if you call back in, then I can see whether your mic is fine. But there was just a lot of echoing. But that was some very interesting gems that Rick dropped, guys. I think it's so great. I just was not expecting this. It's a really amazing surprise, a really great surprise, and I hope that it will be positive moving forward. Rick did mention a lot of positive points about, this relationship, it opening a new space for tourism and, hopefully a better connection between the Caribbean or Jamaicans and Africans or Rwandans. Hopefully more Jamaicans will feel like, okay, let me go and check out Africa. Let me go and check out Rwanda. And if you're a Jamaican out there and you want to come and visit Rwanda, you're most welcome. If you're looking for a place to stay, you can stay with me, Lady Visionary, at Twin Lakes Recreational Island at Lake Burera in the northern province of Rwanda. I will have all my details in the description bar, so you can go ahead and check that out. www.twinlakesisland.com, so you can book your stay and everything. It's a luxury glamping site where you can just be on a retreat, chill. As I said, we will have a Caribbean touch to our menu, so you can be rest assured that you can have those foods here. You don't have everything, but we can kind of improvise and make a really good Jamaican meal. So what are you guys saying in the comments? So thank you so much for Portland girl. I think, yeah, Portland girl is obviously from Jamaica, I think. Me messing up with the prime minister's name there. Naraya's in the building. Jamaica met with Washington to discuss addressing crime. So I wonder if the Rwandan president is there to further address this. My friend in Jamaica believes this. Yes, I think Jamaica is ranked unfortunately one of the, I guess, the countries, which has a high crime rate. So yeah, I think this is something that really needs to be addressed because, you know, I feel like I definitely believe, I shouldn't say I feel, I definitely believe that when the crime rate drops, people will find Jamaica more interesting, a more interesting place to visit. And Rwanda has a very low crime rate. A lot of the crimes here are pretty much petty crimes, burglary, but in Jamaica it would be like gun crimes and things like that. So that's why I say there's a lot that Jamaica can learn from Rwanda. Will President Kagame become the first president of the EAF? Hello from Riverside, California. Watching from Philadelphia. Thank you so much, guys, for engaging in this conversation. I'm actually rural right now. I'm very rural. I'm relying on solar power. For some reason, my phone is not charging very well. So I don't want my phone to shut down during this live. But guys, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much. We've got Amory Live Tours in the building. Before my internet, not my internet, my battery shuts down because, as I said, I'm rural. I will be ending this live, but thank you guys so much for joining. I really appreciate you. Hey, Lady V, have you planted ackee, callaloo, and other Jamaican food trees to add to that menu? We have a soursop tree. Is it soursop tree? We have jackfruit. But yeah, I haven't planted any callaloo. So if anybody's coming from Jamaica, bring some callaloo so I can plant. And no ackee. I tried to plant ackee, but for some reason, yeah, it didn't do well. It didn't do well. My ackee didn't do well. So I don't know what happened with that, guys. But thank you guys so much for joining the conversation. Really, really appreciate that. Go ahead and smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. Guys, I have also I've pinned the PayPal link for anybody who's interested in supporting the Masazera Water Project, bringing clean, drinkable water to the people of Bohembe Village, based here in the Northern Province. We're still fundraising. We have actually raised $1,700, and we aim to raise $4,000. We're still fundraising. So if you would like to help, please, please, please do support. And there will be an update coming very, very soon with regards to the water project. There will be a video vlog of the progress of the Masazera Water Project. So do stay tuned for that. Because I did say I will be giving a progress report. There are just some setbacks right now, but things are still progressing forward. So guys, thank you so, so much for joining the conversation. Please, again, make sure you follow me on Instagram. That's lady_visionary. Please also make sure you follow my business Instagram, which is Twin Lakes Recreational Island on Instagram. You can visit my website, www.twinlakesisland.com, to see what I'm doing in Rwanda. But I think this has been a great conversation. Again, thank you so much, Rick, for all the positive gems, all the gems that you dropped here, because I think they were very, very valuable. Thank you so much. And I'll see you guys again in the next one. Take care.